stews, our chilies. We do our pot roast. Are you making risotto?
This is a butternut squash
risotto.
and bacon risotto.
Ooh.
This smells amazing. I remember when I first took the lid off of this, I was like, oh my gosh, this smells like my favorite, fall restaurant. And so I'm gonna put a little extra cheese. We've got some extra bowls there too, if you wanna grab some bowls.
Thank
and
you.
anybody in the crew that wants to come up for this too, I will be happy to put some extra grated cheese. So tell me when. This is just like the restaurant.
Go. I'm like that annoying person that says, can you come around again with the cheese? No, that's plenty. That's
plenty.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. So go ahead and grab a fork and get into that.
And
it's
get busy.
Really taste amazing.
Can you see how beautiful this risotto is?
It's perfectly
Talk
done.
about the ingredients here and what you put into it.
Sure. So we started with the sear and saute with some onions, and then we added our rice dry, and then built it up with some chicken broth, and then we also had our, of course, our butternut squash. It's so late in the day, and I'm so mesmerized by the food. I can't think of the name for butternut squash. We added the butternut squash and the bacon too when we were doing that sear and saute to kind of build it up.
Okay,
and this recipe is included in the book that you get with your PossibleCooker. So think of the perfect fall treat for yourself.
Yeah.
Is to get the PossibleCooker home with this recipe.
Okay, the recipes are included. This is so good. And how hard was this to make?
Not hard at all. This really takes the guesswork out of making risotto, because usually when you make risotto, you've got a couple pots going on the stove. This is true one-pot cooking. You're doing it all in one pot. You, of course, can make enough for a crowd, and then you can also put it on that keep warm function if everybody's kind of serving themselves, whenever they come home.
And is anything sticking to the pan?
Nothing sticking. Look at the bottom of the pan.
It's
nothing
non-stick. I mean, we're talking about butternut squash, which is kind of sugary. We're talking about cheese. Yeah. We're talking about rice and anything else that is full of starch. You could eat off the very bottom of that pan. It's non-stick. So let me introduce you in case you're just tuning in. You're watching our final presentation of our today's special. This is it. This is Ninja. This is the brand that you've come to know and love here at HSN. And we have never done the PossibleCooker as a today's special until now. So this is like your once-a-year day. It's never coming back. The rest of the year, as a today's special, just the cooker on its own is $150, okay? Just $150 on its own. I'm gonna walk you through all the colors so you can jump in and place your order. You're gonna be saving a bundle today. You're gonna be saving about, let's see, $65. How does that sound? Let's save $65. If you want the dark gray, that's the charcoal. That's an HSN exclusive. There's the white, all white. Here's our beautiful color we're calling stone. It's kind of a light gray color. That's an HSN exclusive. Right here we have our sea salt gray. It's kind of a gray blue. It's really pretty. And then we have it for you in the Merlot, another HSN exclusive color. Just the multi-cooker on its own is $150. We're not only taking $30 off the price, we're giving you another bunch of extras, like you're getting the ladle, like you're getting the oven rack, and you're getting those fabulous meat forks, and you're getting the recipes, and we're giving you an incredible one-day only price, $119. You can get it home for $24 on a flex pay. We have free shipping, which is amazing, because this is substantial. Even though it's not heavy, it's big. Still fits under your counter. Less than 15 inches high. It's about 18 inches long. It's about 12 inches wide. And it is a massive amount of cooking. It's an 8.5 quart cooking pot. No one has a better price on this. Absolutely no one has this item at a better value. This is not the 6.5 quart, this is the 8.5 quart. This is not the 4-in-1, the 5-in-1, the 6-in-1. This is the 8-in-1, which does 8 different functions. Slow cook, it sears, it sautés, it sous vides. You can do braising, you can bake, you can proof your dough, you can keep your food warm, and you can serve it in a beautiful pot that's included. You can even take that pot on the inside and take it right into the oven, up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. It is a fabulous all-in-one cooker, and no other machine can really do all these things. There's other slow cookers out there, but how is this different, Rochelle?
This is so different. So it has triple fusion heat. That means it's heating from the bottom, the sides, and then also through steam. plus it will sear and saute, plus it will braise, it will sous vide, it will also proof your dough and then also bake. So most slow cookers only do one thing, they only slow cook. This will also sear and saute, which is it makes it able for you to do true one-pot cooking, like with this risotto, when you're searing and sauteing your bacon, your onions, your butternut squash, and then you're building up that risotto all in one pot. So here's all of the different tools and appliances that it will replace. It's 14 different tools and appliances. Your slow cooker, your steam oven, your food warmer, sous vide, saute pan, your cast iron skillet for searing your meats, your saucier, your steamer, your saucepan, your nonstick stock pot, your Dutch oven, your roasting pan, your bread maker, and of course it comes with that integrated spoon, which we all love. You've been seeing me use it throughout the evening. But I personally, Sarah, I like to replace all of my Dutch oven recipes with my PossibleCooker because Dutch ovens can be so heavy and they're a little tricky to clean because you don't want to ding your countertops because they are so heavy. This is really easy to pick up. The pot does go to the table. That color goes all the way down to the bottom of the pot, so it's really elegant pot that you can just bring to the table as well. You hear it beeping at me. See how the front, it even says add pot. It's like you removed the pot.
Don't forget the pot.
The Ninja PossibleCooker even loves the food so much. It's like, add the pot back.
Right.
But it's easy to clean too. So you can see how none of this rice is sticking to the bottom. It's also, the pot and the lid are also dishwasher safe. So they're oven safe up to 500 degrees. They're also dishwasher safe. So we've made it easy to use, easy to clean, basically easy to entertain and serve all fall long.
Easy to cook. If
Yes.
cooking isn't like something that comes naturally to you, me, I love that I can just throw all the ingredients in when I leave in the morning, and when I come home, dinner's ready. And I love that you can serve an entire family. You can feed the entire team. This is cooking for a crowd. You could make chili for up to 20 people. You could make 9 pounds of spaghetti. You could make 30 pulled pork sandwiches. You could roast a chicken, right?
You could roast a chicken. And we actually tested roasting a chicken with a regular oven. It was 30% faster cooking. And so you are going to save some time cooking with your PossibleCooker as well, as opposed to cooking with your larger oven.
Yeah.
But every Thanksgiving, everybody's like, oh, I wish I had a different, another oven or another cooktop. This can be that for you. So if you're bringing the dish to your family or to your friend's house for Thanksgiving, you can bring this and not have to be, in that hectic kitchen where there's a lot going on and you don't know if they have a space on the oven or stovetop available. Now you're kind of bringing your stovetop with you because it can sear and saute, it can bake, it can do fresh bread. Imagine bringing this to Thanksgiving and you're like, I've got the bread covered, I'm gonna cook it fresh.
All right, everyone's asking to see the food.
Oh, sure, let's go.
We're here for the food.
And I see everybody.
At least I'm here for the food. The crew's here for the food. It's getting busy in Studio D right now. If you are watching this and you work at HSN, come on down. Okay. This looks amazing.
This is a chicken and dumplings.
What do you call this? Chicken and dumplings?
Yeah, chicken and dumplings or chicken and biscuits, however you like to make them. We did the biscuits here on the top, so they kind of steam baked right on top of the soup. I'm gonna do a really big bowl here for you, and then I've got some smaller bowls too if any of the crew wants to come up for this. But this to me is just the ultimate in comfort food, because you've got your bread. Here we go, this is for you then.
Share some
it's gonna
with
be
the
hot
crew.
on the bottom, so be careful.
And let me do some quick updates, because we're getting busy. We're down to our final 15 minutes. And then there's jewelry coming up next. So there is no other presentation of our Ninja. It's now or never if you want to get in our best value of the day. We have 5 colors. What's going to be the first to sell out now? Merlot, last call if you want Merlot. That's that beautiful wine tone. Charcoal's been the most popular. And then we have the white. We have what we're calling the stone. And then on the far right, on the bottom, we have what we're calling the blue. We're calling it sea salt gray. I'm going to read reviews to you before I forget, because I want you to know you love this at HSN at the higher price. You absolutely love this. You gave it rave reviews. So you can look at the food while I read these. Here's from Nick's mom in Maryland. I made a pot roast with potatoes and other vegetables. It was tender and delicious. Here's Rod from Arizona. Cleans up so easily. The Ninja is easy to use. I would recommend this multi-cooker to my friends and my family. Here's one from Tennessee. Cooper from Tennessee. I made the best pork rump roast ever. He spelled it E-V-V-A. I love it. Eva.
I love it.
The searing function is the best. The searing function is the best. You can't sear. You can't get that caramelization. You can't get that edge. You can't get that crust on bread like you can in a slow cooker, like you can in the Ninja. You just can't do it anywhere else. Here's one from New York. Lightweight, easy to use, and clean. They love that it's easy to clean with. This is never coming back. This is our best value of the season. And with all the fall holidays, you might be cooking for football games. You might be taking, you know, a big pot of chili to church or temple or the school functions. You might be bringing it to a potluck, or you're cooking for a crowd, or maybe it's your book club. What are you going to serve that's easy and delicious and make enough food so you have leftovers? You're going to use your Ninja all possible cooker. You're definitely going to use this, and you're going to love it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Basically all season long, and even into the new year. I know we're showing you a lot of rich, delicious comfort foods right now for fall. Isn't that delicious? I love it.
My eyes are going to roll in the back of my head.
I love it. That's
Chicken
pure comfort
and
food.
Dumplings.
Pure
but
comfort
homemade.
food.
It means you can make it with your ingredients, less sodium, less sugar, less oils, less fats, real white chicken. Oh my gosh,
and then the carrots
delicious.
and the celery, so you're getting your vegetables in there. But really, you know, I love the comfort food. I love the comfort food aspect of the season. But even as we get into the new year, you know, you can of course do your steamed vegetables, you can do your poached eggs. So really, we make everything possible. And what we have here is a Thai coconut chicken curry. You know, so even though we're doing all these fall-based foods, imagine doing something like this that's a little bit more, you know, like what we would order at a restaurant, except now you can do it at home. Look at those wonderful chunks of chicken in there. It smells like coconut, it smells like curry. Let me move the rice up here so we can serve
curry.
it. Isn't it delicious?
Look at this.
So imagine being able to do this at home now, and then being able to feed a crowd, and how impressive this is too if you're going to invite your friends over for dinner, you know, on a weeknight or a weekend. Now you can do that too at home. And
Isn't it nice to just have the food right here, and you can say, serve yourself.
Absolutely.
Or if Jimmy gets home at 4 and Susie gets home at 6 and you get home at 9 and your husband gets home at 12, it doesn't matter what time it is. You've made dinner, and it can stay warm.
Yes.
It can stay fresh. You will have leftovers, which you could take to lunch the next day. You're making the most out of your groceries, and I think that's what everyone's looking for right now. There's no doubt that groceries are expensive, but I'll tell you what's even more expensive: eating out.
Oh, for sure.
Eating out is very expensive, because then you have to do the tips and you have to do the drinks, and these are things you already have in your fridge. I mean, you can make a really great soup or stew or chili, or maybe it's just a fun little pasta. You can make it with a lot of great ingredients you already have at home, and you can make it to feed a crowd, and you'll have leftovers, and you're spending less time cooking and more time hanging out with the family, which is what we love. I'm going to try the curry.
Go ahead and try the curry.
Okay, what's in it again?
So this is a coconut chicken curry. So we've got our curry spices in there, coconut milk, white meat chicken, some vegetables and stuff too. But the curry is just really what stands out to me. And the coconut kind of cuts the heat just a little bit.
Good. So good. I love curries. Why are they so good?
They're so good.
And they're so healthy. So you can use recipes that you already have.
Yes, of course. And
for any other slow cooker or Dutch oven or...
Yep, and we actually have some cooking charts in the back of the book. So let me show you the recipe book too that you're getting with it. So a lot of the things that we've been cooking today are included in the recipe book. I'm going to try and I'm shorter than the spoon here. Let me move the spoon so you can see. So we do have all these recipes included, including the buffalo chicken mac and cheese, including the butternut squash risotto. So you're going to get it home and you're going to have some of the focaccia, the oatmeal, the cherry maple oatmeal. Being able to wake up in the morning and having breakfast done is perfect. Some minestrone soup, the deviled eggs. You know, you don't have to worry about having a hard time peeling those deviled eggs anymore. Here's that butternut squash and bacon risotto. Let me see, there we go with the light. So that recipe is included as well.
Yeah.
But you were talking about your own recipes. We also have cooking charts in the back. So anything that you want to make that you already have a recipe for, maybe a family recipe, there's steam charts and cooking charts all in the back there so that we make it easy for you to kind of convert for the Possible Cooker.
Also, there's an entire Ninja Foodi group online.
Yes,
there's Facebook groups. There's, you know, you can go on Pinterest. There's tons of sharing and of information and recipes if you want to kind of join the party. Join the crowd. Ninja is one of our #1 top kitchen brands here at HSN. This is a national brand that we're doing really great value. So we did the curry. What's next? Everyone's looking for food and looking to create their own favorite dishes at
dessert.
home.
And so this is a bread pudding that everybody has just been dying for today because this really smells like fall. So we've got some raisins and cinnamon, some brioche. Amanda actually told me, she's our food stylist here for Ninja. She's used bourbon before in this. I don't think there's bourbon in this one. Maybe we should have done that for the TS, but I'm going to hand this to you.
It is
but
my
this
last
just
show.
Smells like
I can
fall.
already smell it.
It's so comforting. And I've also have some caramel. Go and get your fork there.
Well,
yeah, let me get you some caramel syrup on there too. There we go. And I'll plate some more for the crew if anybody wants to come up to try it.
What's your favorite meals to cook? I mean, we all have family dishes. We all have family traditions. Maybe it's chili on Sunday. Maybe it's a great stew on a Friday. Maybe it's could you make like your Thanksgiving stuffing in here and keep it warm
absolutely. You could do your stuffing. It's very much just like a bread pudding, except the bread pudding is sweet and the stuffing is savory. So you could absolutely do your own, your stuffing. All of your Thanksgiving sides, really. Anything you want to keep hot.
Okay, that is so good. I think it might be the caramel sauce that's putting me over the
little
top
sugar.
here. Look at that. This is so incredible. And again, this does everything. This is your all-in-one. This is your slow cooker. This is your Dutch oven. This is braising. This is searing. This is sauteing. This is your stock pot. This is your cast iron skillet. This is your steamer. This is making bread. You do not have anything else like this. And when you want to take that pot, you can take it right to the stove. I've got color updates. And I'll give you those. Charcoal bestseller, white almost gone, stone very limited. Merlot, I think we're with 300 left in the Merlot, so that one's going to be gone in a heartbeat. You will not see it again this year. It's our best value of the year. It's the best value anywhere. No one else has. This is the 8.5 quart, and this is the 8-in-1. 8 features in one cooker. No one else is doing this. This is why Ninja, always the leader, always the innovators, always the pioneers. Does it slow cook, Rachel?
It slow cooks, but it also sears and sautés and braises. It can also do your breads. And so what I'm showing you here is chili. It is 8.5 quarts of chili. So what does that mean in food math, 8.5 quarts? It's chili enough to feed 20. If you're doing your pulled pork, that's enough pulled pork to make about 30 sliders. If you're doing spaghetti and meatballs, it's about 9 pounds of spaghetti. So just to give you, a visual for that, usually when you buy a box of pasta, that's a pound. So 9 boxes of pasta. So, I love that it's portable too. You can definitely take it with you. You can feed a crowd. You can use that keep warm function. It's perfect for potlucks, for buffets. It's going to be a lifesaver for Thanksgiving when you want to keep everything warm and hot and everybody can kind of serve themselves. It has so much potential to do so much more than your slow cooker. So maybe it's time, maybe you're looking at your slow cooker at home and you're like, maybe it's time I upgrade and give myself this treat.
This is non-stick.
This is non-stick.
I love that it's non-stick. Also, it has 3 different heat sources, not just one, like a lot of other slow cookers. Unlike your Dutch oven, this one is lighter weight. It is non-stick. So what are you cooking? Already get out your family recipes. This is going to be so easy because once you make one meal, this might be your meal for the week. If there's only, a couple of you at home, or maybe you're just cooking for one, but you could make meals ahead of time. You could put the soups or stews or chilies in the freezer.
Absolutely.
And pull them out when you're on the way home and you can't figure out what to put on the table for dinner.
Absolutely.
This makes it easier. And people love cooking homemade soups and stews at home because it's your ingredients.
They do, they do. And so what we've got started here is a pot roast. And so this is the one that we'd actually slow cook. But I wanted to show you kind of, in the cooking process what it looks like. We actually seared the meat before we started the slow cooking process. So that way it would get that nice caramelization. It would get that nice flavor. This one's not done yet, Sarah.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, you're just showing that. I know.
Just poking and
you got your
prodding.
fork out, and I was like, oh no, she's ready to eat because it smells so good.
It is.
But this next one is done.
The next one's done.
This is what it would look like after it's been slow cooking for a couple of hours. As it falls apart. Now this is fork tender. This one you could take 2 forks and pull it apart. And so everything caramelizes and makes that wonderful, delicious broth as well. The potatoes
are tender,
and carrots.
The meat falls off the bone. The carrots. Everything tastes better when it's been cooking for a longer time. You know, and a lot of cookbooks, a lot of health experts say slow cooking is the way to go. You get to maximize all the nutrients. You get to maximize all the flavors. Everything is more juicy, more tender, more moist. If you put something in the oven, there's a good chance I'm going to burn it or dry it out.
You won't do that with your PossibleCooker.
You can't do that with this incredible all-in-one. Everybody was oohing and awing over the mac and cheese. So tell us again, this is in the recipe book.
This is a buffalo chicken mac and cheese. And so there's a little bit of buffalo sauce. There's 3 different cheeses. There's also chicken in here. So I consider it a complete meal, not just a side. But think about your Thanksgiving sides if you want to bring, you know, your mac and cheese or your mashed potatoes, or like you said, your Thanksgiving stuffing. You know, now you can have that Thanksgiving side. You have a separate cook source because the PossibleCooker will cook it. It will sear and saute. It will, you know, slow cook as well. But then it will also keep warm. So everybody's having a warm side. And you notice how nothing is sticking to the bottom. I mean, this is mac and cheese, you know, and it's not
easy to clean.
Sticking to the side.
Now,
so
if you wanted to bring this somewhere, you could either bring the whole unit and plug it in.
Yes,
put it
or
on
you could just bring the pot.
Or again, you could just take the pot out.
Take the pot out, yes.
Put the lid on. The lid's all included for you. And you can take that with you. Okay, what else did we make today? This is your last chance. Merlot is almost sold out. Charcoal's still our bestseller. You're not going to see it again. It is an incredible buy. Just the PossibleCooker on its own, $150 anywhere else. That is still a great value for what you're getting. You're getting a whole new kitchen appliance that does 8 different features, that replaces about, you know, 18 different appliances. I lost count. Yeah, it replaces all of these appliances that you may already have, and maybe you don't need anymore, or maybe you finally get to upgrade the ones that you have, the ones that you've had for 20 years since you got married. You know, I don't even know if those appliances even work. The way that, you know, technology has changed, it's time to change our cookers.
It is, it is. So this is that gnocchi bolognese that we worked on. So remember, in the beginning of the show, we kind of worked on, I have a fork here for you too if you want.
This one I've been wanting to try, a gnocchi
bolognese. And so we started by building up the sauce with sauteing the carrots, sauteing the onions, browning the meat, cooking that ground beef so it was nice and tender. And then we add, blow on it. It is fresh. And so then we added the sauce, we added a little wine, then we added the gnocchi, and then we let it cook throughout the show. And so it is fresh, it is hot. Everybody could come home and kind of serve themselves. We chose gnocchi because it cooks quicker for a show, but of course you could do tagliatelle, you could do your bow tie pasta, any of your favorite pastas that you want to do with your Sunday sauce.
And remember, you don't have to eat all of it. If you make a big pot, you can freeze some of it, you can set it aside, you can take some to a neighbor, or you can only make 2 or 3 or 4 servings. You don't have to use the capacity. But I know that when I'm making a big meal and I'm making something delicious from scratch, I love that there's leftovers. I love that there's enough to share. And this is that time of year where we're eating with friends and family. You know, we're hosting, we're entertaining, we're looking for solutions. We're going to be busy throughout the fall season, and everyone's coming and going at different times. Just tell them dinner's in the Ninja. Everyone serve themselves. We make your life easier, and you get to save money on eating out. You get to save money on buying pre-made meals. You get to use your ingredients, and you get to save a lot of money. It also bakes bread. So this is our last call. It's our last look at our today's special. The next 2 hours are dedicated to some beautiful jewelry with the fabulous Carol Brody and Suzanne and her Rarities collection. But if you want this item today, there's never going to be a better time, and we have the best price anywhere in the country. We're so proud that we get to partner with Ninja. We get to hang out with Rochelle. And I'm so glad you guys offer these deals to our HSN viewers that you just can't find anywhere else.
Absolutely. And I love that it bakes. I mean, can your slow cooker at home bake focaccia? Look at how tender this is. And that is from that triple fusion heat. You know, you're able to cook a little bit with steam. So you're getting heat from the bottom and heat from the sides, and then also that steam. And that's why we've got this wonderful texture in our focaccia. Plus, look at that caramelization and browning in the bottom.
We're getting very, very busy. If you want to order this, you need to go right to hsn.com. You need to use that little QR code. It'll scan you right to the home page. You want to reserve it now. You want to get your color. How many left in the Merlot? Charcoal, stone, we've got that beautiful sea salt gray, and then we've got the white. So last call if you want the Merlot. We've got all the colors, but I'll tell you what, you will not see this $184 value again on